Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sugar Wars. Today, just going to be quick. What I got for you is some more snacks for type 2 diabetic, snacks that I eat that help me keep my sugar levels under control in moderation. Okay, because these snacks that I showed you last time and that I'm going to show you today, okay, they're not like health food snacks. These are snacks to satisfy that sweet tooth, to satisfy what you're missing, what you're craving since having to give up those junk foods, since becoming diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. They're substitutes. They work well. They work well for me. As I said before, I do not like the fake sugars. I don't like Sweet and Low, Equal, Splenda. The only things I will sometimes in small amounts will maybe a little bit of stevia. I like the monk fruit, but those are natural sugars that the body doesn't really digest. So they're sweet and you don't get the sugar spikes from them. Okay, so before I start, this is what I want to ask you guys. How many waters are you on today? Because I'm on my fifth already. It's like almost 4 o'clock. I'm on my fifth water, and I'll do another five by the time I go to bed. Because I made that video about water, how important it is to stay hydrated. And if you're not hydrated right now, the next time you go and eat, the chances are your sugar is going to spike even more, or maybe not spike because you're hydrated. If you stay hydrated, chances are those sugar levels are going to stay down. And then if you do, after you eat, drink water before and after, and it'll help pull that sugar out of you. So it will reduce the sugar spikes. It's just another tool in our chest to fight against type 2 diabetes. And it's something that we need as human beings. Obviously, the more water you drink, the better off you are, especially as a type 2 diabetic. So again, did anybody order these? The True Lemon. That's what I told you guys last time. If you have trouble drinking water, True Lemon, crystallized lemon. You could get it on Amazon. I'm not sponsored by them, nothing like that. Like I said, I just love this product. They make it in lime, raspberry, citrus. This is just like dehydrated, crystallized lemon. Nothing in it, no sweeteners, no nothing. You add one packet of this to a bottle of water. It's going to help you get that water down. This is all I drink, that and coffee. That's it. So I got a couple new snacks for you guys today. And these here are, I love these things right here. I found these like about 2-3 months ago in Adams, but they got them at ShopRite, Stop and Shop. They got them everywhere. They're called Kim's Magic Pop. I'm not sponsored by these people. This is stuff that I actually like. Okay, stuff I actually eat. It helps me keep my sugar down. These things are like some kind of corn pop discs, right? And it starts off, the main ingredient is unbleached wheat flour. So right there, they're not really modifying or processing the flour that much like that. Okay. These are the chocolate. And then these here, this is the salted caramel. They come in also cinnamon bun and a couple other flavors. I only like the cinnamon bun. I didn't like they had a cinnamon. I didn't like that. And they had like a cheddar cheese, but it sucked. These here, okay, I'm going to read these to you, then I'm going to open them up. So right here, one piece, right, which are pretty big. It got 1.5 grams of fat, no cholesterol, 15 milligrams of sodium. That's nothing. 7 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. That's about all it got. Some little vitamin D, potassium, no big deal. Okay. It does have a little bit of stevia in it, which is not that bad. I will eat stevia sometimes, but let me open them up and show you because they're big. And what I do is, let me show you. See, that's the bag right there. What I do is I just put I'll eat them plain before I go to bed if I need like a late night snack, or I put some peanut butter on them. But check these out. They're good. I tear these things up all the time. They're like the size of like I don't know, they're pretty big, like the size of a Whopper. All right. So that's the chocolate ones. Chocolate ones are banging. Try those. I think they're like these things are like $3.49 a bag. But I mean, where are you going to get something that only has a couple grams of sugar in it? You're going to get that chocolate taste, whatever. And then the salted caramel one, same thing. The salted caramel got 7 carbs, 3 sugars. I mean, it's for one disc. It's not that bad. Okay, it's better than eating a candy bar or some of this other stuff. You got 13 grams of sugar, 10 grams of sugar, 9 grams of sugar. You still get the flavor. You still get boom. See, boom. They're good. Try those out. Get them at the grocery stores. I see them at Adams. I can't ever find the cinnamon bun ones. The cinnamon ones suck, but the cinnamon bun ones, I take like what I do is I'll take a little bit of like low fat cream cheese and just spread it on there, and that's real good. Even on the chocolate ones, I put a little bit of low fat cream cheese sometimes, or just a little bit of peanut butter. That's that. These other snacks that I got, okay, they're just Quaker, but they're called like Rice Crisps, right? And then Quaker makes like Rice Crisps, and then there's like Rice Thins. I think there's thinner ones in this, but they didn't have them. They haven't had them lately, right? These are the chocolate ones, all right. And usually, okay, we're not supposed to. Oh, you know what? I didn't even tell you guys. Sorry. These here 45 calories. That's what they are. 45 calories. I didn't even tell you guys that. So these right here, this is the chocolate ones. All right. So look, they're gluten free and it's all whole grain. So if you're going to get carbs, you're better off having whole grain carbs. So these are made instant because white rice isn't really good for us. If you're gotta eat white rice, is eat that basmati. The basmati rice is banging. Uh, that stuff won't spike your sugar as bad as the regular white rice, and it's like long thin. You could get it in like so many different ways to cook it or whatever. That's the rice I'll have. If I gotta have white rice, I'll eat that. But the brown rice is good too for diabetics. Not necessarily good for you, but if you're going to eat carbs, okay, if you're going to have rice, brown rice and whole grain carbs. Eat the whole grain carbs. They're not processed. All right. So this here, the first ingredient is whole grain brown rice flour. And it's right here. You could kind of tear these up a little bit. Okay. These got 16 pieces, 110 calories, 16 pieces. I mean, they're pretty big, these things. They're pretty big. So 16 pieces gives you, let's see, 24 carbs, right? So I try to keep my carb intake for a snack under 20. So I won't eat the whole 16 pieces, but the whole 16 pieces, that's a lot. So, I'll probably keep this at like 12. I'll probably snack on like 12 pieces. You could put a little peanut butter on them, 75 milligrams of sodium for 16 pieces. Got 1 gram of fiber. So there you go. You could take you could even take, reduce that down to like, another carbohydrate gram off if you want to play the net carb game. It does got 7 grams of sugar. That's not that bad, but like I said, I'm not going to eat 16 pieces of these. 10 is enough, 12 is enough for me. That sugar intake, 5 grams of sugar for a snack, that's okay for me. I don't know, what you guys as doctors are telling you or what your specific plan is, okay? But for me, I could deal with 5, 6 grams of sugar as long as I'm not doing it all day, okay? So that's them, the Quaker ones. Then look, they got these come in a whole bunch of different kinds. These are the cheddar ones. I love cheese. I'm a cheese lover. Same thing with these 130 calories, 16 pieces. These have lower carbohydrate because it's not as sugary. These ones here got 20 grams of carbohydrate and only 1 sugar, 1 gram of fiber. 130 calories, total fat, 5 grams. Listen, these are not that bad. These are, if you still want to enjoy some snacking, pick these up. They're not that bad. Soon, now my favorite snack, which I ain't going to tell you what it is yet, but they're always sold out in the stores. I don't even know if I want to bring it to you guys because once people start trying them, they get wiped out in the stores anymore. The stores can't even keep them on the shelves. I'm gonna save that as a mystery for you guys. When I do find them, I'll bring them out and show you. But these things are so hard to find. And I order them online now because on Amazon, people are price gouging them. And I ain't going to tell you what they are, but I'll bring them out when I find them. All right. So that's that. That's the cheese ones. Yeah, that's the two snacks I want to show you guys today. Listen, these here are same thing. Brown rice. They're made with brown rice. All whole grain, gluten free. There's no high fructose corn syrup in any of these. They're made with just rice, brown rice. So there you go. You could still have those crispy snacks in moderation. You know what I'm saying? You still eat your good healthy food, the fruits and vegetables. This is about snacking. I will bring out some good stuff from time to time, but these video right here, last couple, is about snacking in moderation. Obviously, if you eat 3 servings of these things, you're going to end up with 30 grams of sugar or 25 grams of sugar. You don't want to do that. You know exactly what's going to happen. In that case, you're going to have to go chug 3 or 4 waters to get that sugar down and go walking. But okay, guys, listen, that's all I got for you today. This is just a quick one. I'm probably next week, I'm going to show you guys a recipe that I use for fish and chicken. It's so good, and you don't even feel like you're eating diet food. So I'm going to do that. And I got this crazy dessert that I make that only ends up with like 5 grams of sugar. And anybody would love this dessert. Anybody would tear this dessert up. And it doesn't have any chemical sugars in it. It's awesome. That's another thing I'm going to save is surprise. I'll be coming out with that next week. And that's about it. Keep drinking the water. Walk when you can. I always walk whenever I can. Like I tell you, I'm 100% disabled. I have a lot of problems with my feet. But when I can get out there and walk, when my body lets me do it, I do it. I get out there and do it because that's how you're going to keep your weight down. And the more you keep your weight down, the better you're going to be. The better you're going to be. Your diabetes, your sugars will stabilize. Okay. Another thing that I'm trying is I bought some of these mushrooms today. These mushrooms that everybody's talking about. I'm going to try them for like a couple of weeks, see how they are. And I'll let you guys know if they're good. I'll bring them out and I'll show you them and I'll give them a review. Recently, everybody's talking about these superfood mushrooms. So I got them. I'm going to check them out and I'll probably bring them out soon if they're any good. Okay, guys. My name is Mike, and this has been Sugar Wars for today on Monday. I'll probably see you again tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks, guys.